y'all. I am so excited to talk about my first appointment with Dr. Dori Abbott with Prarie Hills Health. She is a holistic health practitioner who utilizes bioenergetic medicine. So I am going to attempt in my very newly educated manner to explain what bioenergetic medicine and what the analysis is. So when you go in for your first appointment, you will put on these kind of looks like headphones, but they don't go in your ears. It goes like right below, like in this bone back here, right below your ears. And basically what it does is you'll hear this kind of like a humming noise, and it's sending a frequency throughout your whole body. And what it's doing is it's picking up on the frequencies that is in your body. So some of you might know or have studied a bit about energy, or we know that even solid things, even just because it looks solid, but if you were to magnify in times a billion or whatever, you're gonna realize that everything has energy to it. Quantum physics, I guess, if you wanted to get real scientific with it. So for the last 20 years or so, scientists have studied what are to be believed as healthy frequencies of all the organs of the body, everything that makes up the body. So they've accumulated over 120,000 healthy frequencies for everything that's within the body. So this scan is able to go through and detect if or what has an unhealthy frequency in your body. It's mind-blowing, incredible. So she didn't know about, my back surgery, my knee surgeries. She knew a little bit. She's an empath, much like myself, so she could pick up on some things without me having to tell her. I kind of a little bit thought she was kidding whenever she came to Christmas at the ranch, and she said that, hold on, my dogs are, hold on. Okay, we'll see how long that lasts. Anyways, she came to 181 Ranch for Christmas at the ranch when we debuted the wellness wagon. She said that she just felt super drawn to me. She said that she felt like she was supposed to get in her car and come see me. And so she did. And when she saw me, she just, felt a connection. And I definitely felt that with her as well. So it was very comfortable and easy to talk to her. And it was nice to connect with. It meant a lot to me that she was a Christian as well, because, sometimes in this industry, when you're talking to some people, especially when it's a new concept, they can look at you like you're a little cuckoo, or wonder if you're a little woo-woo, and I have to be like, yes, I make potions, but I love Jesus, I promise. So it was nice for me to be able to have an open conversation about energy and holistic medicine and natural remedies, and also Jesus. So anyways, back to how this works. She's new to the area, so she's not from Oklahoma. She moved here, and she healed herself from MS. She was literally in a wheelchair, could not walk, ready to give up on life, and had a turning point, and very much walks around now and helps other people heal. And she made a comment that I loved. She said, they say to never trust a healer that doesn't have a lip. And I got that right away. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like, how can you really take somebody's advice if they've never been there before? And I run into that a lot, or not run into it, but that is what resonates daily with me, with my customers. It's just that spreading of hope. And it's like, listen, I've been there, or I know where you're coming from, or I know that it is possible, or I know it seems overwhelming, or you don't know where to start. And so I felt that connection with her as far as being able to offer this to my customers who are ready to take that next level step and not just change some of their eating habits or switch to natural medicine remedies like they have by taking my products, but want to get to the root of some of the things that are still holding on to them and causing them health issues. So this scan will pick up on literally everything and anything from it picked up that we have mold. I have mold. I've been exposed to mold. So there's mold somewhere in this house. I'm pretty certain of at least one place where it's at, and my landlords are gonna be thrilled to hear that. But I've got to check the crawl space and everything else. So it can pick up on, toxins that you've been exposed to. I have heavy metals, so I've got to get rid of those too. I have parasites, which don't freak out. Lots of people have parasites and you don't even realize it. And we did a parasite cleanse, me and the kids, not that long ago. And I'd been feeling like I needed to do another one. And this will teach me, not that I know better, never to ignore my intuition. But I also have Candida Overgrowth, which the parasites feed the Candida. It's all connected. The really, really, really encouraging, refreshing part, and I even got a little emotional going over the test results, was the areas that I really would have just like bet money that were going to light up. Didn't at all. And it was just a true testament that all the work that I've done, all the internal work that I've done, all the changes that I've made to my lifestyle, how much I believe in the products that I make, and that I utilize daily, and the reasons that I utilize them, that they 100% can be believed in. I have zero inflammation in my entire body, which is just insane. That one hit me kind of hard. And my chakras are all just perfectly lined up. And so many things. It picked up on the scar tissue in my lower back. It picked up on the scar tissue in my knee. I do have, cartilage. I've got to take more collagen than I do. And I know that. I don't know why I haven't. But so, gotta do that. So really the things that are left that have just thrown my body for a loop. And when I say throw my body for a loop, I put on weight for nothing about my lifestyle changed. And I just started putting on weight, which we don't, in our home, we don't talk about losing weight, gaining weight, being on a diet. I look fat. We don't talk about our bodies that way. We talk about, eating healthy so we can be strong, so we can have energy, so we can feel good, so we can live a long life. So we're not putting, poison in our bodies, this and that. But being a mother of daughters, we just don't talk about our bodies that way. But the truth of it is I was like, what is happening? And I could have sworn, maybe my hormones are out of balance, because that'll cause weight gain like no other, and for no good reason, or thyroid problems. But my hormones are perfection, thyroid, perfection. My adrenal glands even, perfection. Stress hormone, yeah, I gotta work on that. But that just comes also with being programmed for stress. I've been programmed for stress for as long as I can flip and remember, you know, from my childhood until now. I mean, I am the least stressed that I've ever been in these last 2 years. Thank you, Lord. But that stress hormone is still there. So I've got to work on how to naturally calm that sucker down. So with all of that, it has caused, some other problems with some cholesterol buildup. So I don't have like high cholesterol yet, but if I didn't, and this is all connected. So the Candida, the parasites, the stress hormone, so the Candida craves sugar. And I remember when I turned 30, I used to never like sweets. And when I turned 30, it was like all of a sudden I had a sweet tooth. It was the weirdest thing to me. And it's come and gone. And I can't help but to think maybe that's been it. But so I basically have to starve the Candida by not doing sugar. So I've got to come up with a game plan for that. But what I'm going to do is I am going to share with you all what my game plan is for the specific things that showed up on my scan that are basically cleanup work for all the very hard grunt work I've already done leading up to this point to fix a lot of the health problems that I had. And then I'm going to go back and get rescanned and see if my efforts and what I thought would work worked or not, and adjust if we need to adjust. If not, then great. I'm also going to give you guys like a kind of inside look into some of the different therapies and whatnot that they offer within her practice, because there's quite a few different ones. The one that really intrigued me and the one that she used whenever she was getting healed from her MS was the one that literally cleanses your blood. I have, and I've had since I was 21, shingles. At one point, one doctor was like, no, that's like the herpes virus. It always breaks out like on my lower back, one side of my lower back, like upper butt cheek, and it will break out randomly when I get stressed out, or maybe even when I'm just like subconsciously stressed out. And it's a chickenpox virus that is, you know, dormant in my body, and it is shingles. But with this therapy, gosh dang it, I don't know if I have I'll have to look exactly what it's called. I'll post it in the comments later. But basically it cleanses your blood, like cleanses your blood. So if you had some kind of disease where it's a blood disease, it's treatable. So many people don't know about these things, or that it's literally can be this easy to detect what's actually going on inside your body, instead of seeing specialist after specialist after specialist, lab test after lab test after lab test, don't know, getting ping-ponged around. I know how frustrating that can be, and I am only 35, and it doesn't have to be that frustrating or that complicated, and there definitely is just so much hope. The other thing is it doesn't have to, I know that holistic doctors, of course, your insurance isn't going to cover it, but a lot of you out there nowadays either don't have insurance, your insurance co-payments, premiums, whatever, are already costing you a lot out of pocket anyways. But also she's not crazy priced. Her prices are not astronomical. She will work with your budget, come up with a game plan based off of what your needs are, what it is, you know, that's showing up on your scan, what you're needing to fix, what, you know, you can prioritize, and kind of go from there. Also, she's allowed me to give you guys a code. If you use the code Okie Skies when you book your appointment, you're going to get $25 off your scan, which is what you'll have done at your very first appointment. And the scan is usually $199. So you'll get $25 off of that. And from there, you'll just come up with a game plan with her, and you'll base it around your budget and your needs. There's also some other resources out there. There's some pamphlets in the office about that. I was really encouraged to find that. But I am just blown away at how much information this test was able to pick up just off of what I didn't share with her and what actually showed up. Another thing that showed up was something, in my lungs. And she was like, if you haven't felt it, if it hasn't manifested yet, it's about to. And the next day I had this like heaviness in my chest, and obviously we all know I don't, thank God I don't get sick, but I had this like, ugh. And so, it was like 3 or 4 shots of fire cider every day. And then I also use Collodial Silver whenever things are feeling that way. And I got it out of there quickly. But it can give you warning signs. So it can give you a heads up on, hey, if you don't take care of this now, eventually it could lead to, a heart attack, or in the situation that I'm dealing with the sugars and the everything, it could lead to, high cholesterol. So it gives you some precursors to correct before it becomes a problem. You're treating the root cause. That's what you're doing. And that's what it's all about. Because without that, you're literally wasting your time. And you're going to do it with natural medicine in a way that actually heals it, and heals it for good. So you can live a full and healthy life instead of on this hamster wheel of one medication after another that causes more problems, and you're pumping your body full of toxins and chemicals. And, a year or 2 years later, you've developed a whole nother medical condition that's now causing you more issues. And if you don't know or see that pattern yet when it comes to pharmaceuticals, I hope your eyes are opened sooner than later. So I am so excited to share with you guys what it is I'm going to use to correct these problems. So hang tight. I'm going to go grab the products that I'm using to show you real quick what I'm going to do starting out. I'll be right back. So I was going to show you, whenever you get your report, you'll get this printed off report. And basically, each column will show you like, you have your different categories. And it'll show like normal, low, or high. And so like, for example, like on my blood lipids, I need some more fatty acids, omega-3s. Yeah. I had so many questions too. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm glad I can text her. That was another thing. She was just like, you can text, you can, ask any questions. Again, no inflammation, just blew my mind. And I really thought too, I was like, what if I have some digestive issues, with the unexplained weight gain? Nope, digestive is perfect. And then, but with the little bit of issues going on with the insulin resistance, pancreas, that whole thing. And then what was I looking for specifically? I was looking for, this gets so specific. Like if all your macro minerals, micro minerals, so like I'm a little low on chloride, but like if you were low on magnesium or potassium, it would tell you, what you're lagging in, which, I mean, Magnesium is one that I preach hardcore. That is the smallest thing that anybody could ever add to their life and make the most ginormous difference. If you've got a lot of health issues, even if you only have a few health issues, if your kids struggle in any kind of way whatsoever, and you're not using some kind of magnesium supplement, get you some magnesium and see what doesn't change in your life for reals. It'll pick up on genetic things. It also tests your bone and muscle condition, bone growth, your bone mineral density, your basic physical structure. Mine was all very good there. Brain nerves, I do have a few damaged brain nerves. One of them is from trauma, so I still have some healing to do there. The good news is that it is still healable. Another major one that is from trauma shows that it's been healed, so that was encouraging, because I promise you at some point it was not. Another one for mine was the nerve ending for my eyes, and I had told her lately it's like I could see my pulse, like I can see my pulse, and I have perfect vision, so it's not my actual eyes, but it's the nerve in my brain that is for my optic nerve that is damaged. And I think I'm going to seek a chiropractor for this, because I think that that's what's going to be, and she agreed that a chiropractor should be able to help in the healing of that. So I will let you guys know what chiropractor I decide to go with. I'm going to try to seek a holistic chiropractor. There was one at a show we did not long ago. She's also, she works for a chiropractor who believes in holistic health, and she also sells like Usborne books or something. And I'll have to find her. She was at a vendor event we did in Broken Arrow not too long ago. So I'm going to reach out to her and see if we can collab on that, because I think she would really be interested in that. Anyways, all of your cardiovascular, your blood fat, collagen. So, like, I have to get more collagen just for all my hormones are fabulous. It can pick up on your, or doesn't pick up on, it reads all of your reproductive organs, your reproductive health, your mood, sex, sleep, stress, all those hormones. My immune system, strong as an ox, kidney, liver, gallbladder, your lung functions, skin, thyroid. Oh, and then a whole allergy panel. So like anything you could be allergic to, all the grasses, all the different types of trees, all the different foods, any kind of allergy sensitive. And you want to talk about specific. It's not just going to tell you grains, literally grains, barley, grains, gluten, grains, oats, grains, rye, grains, wheat. So very, very, very specific. It crazy specific, right? So not just nuts, but like almonds, Brazil nuts, pecans. It says that I'm got an allergy to caraway, whatever spice that is. I don't think I've ever tried that. It says that I have fun to find out. So for bacterial, coconut oil, cold pressed. It's got to be organic, cold pressed. I have not been oil pulling like I should be, like I know to, and I also haven't been making my children do it like I should be and I know to. Oil pulling is when you put a spoonful of this in your mouth, you swish it around for 20 minutes is really what you want to shoot for. It is going to pull toxins from all over, but also mostly right here, and you're going to spit it out. You definitely don't want to swallow any of that because then you're swallowing the toxins. But also you can just swallow a spoonful of this, and it is going to act as an antibiotic. It's going to kill bacteria. Another one that I use, like I talked about, is Collodial Silver. At some point, we do intend to have our own line of Collodial Silver. You can digest this. You can put this in a nebulizer, use it as a breathing treatment. So if you have, like I mentioned with the lung thing, all I did was swallow it. But if it were to have been a little bit more severe, like my youngest, sometimes she'll randomly wake up with a barking type cough. I'll put it in the nebulizer and give it to her in a breathing treatment, and gone. You can put this on cuts, wounds, just about anything, and it's going to be a very strong antibiotic. Another antibacterial antibiotic that I don't have, but I would recommend and that we intend on having, is oregano oil. Oregano is an incredible antibacterial product as well. So that's how I'm treating that. And then there were a couple other bacterial ones. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this totally correctly, but Listeria and Staphylococcus. I don't know. Anyways, so those 3 bacterial thingies going on. Yummy, right? Fungus. Candida. Candida has gained a lot of popularity. A lot more people know about Candida Overgrowth. It can really cause a lot of problems. It wreaks a lot of havoc. Can cause leaky gut. Can just not a lot of fun things go on in your body whenever this happens. And I know that that's caused a lot of the issues I'm dealing with. But I'm excited to know what it is and all the things that it isn't. And this is a lot easier to fix than something like a crazy hormonal imbalance, thyroid issues, adrenal gland fatigue, all these other things that it very well could have been, and it's not. Heavy metals, it shows that I have gold. So I gold and thallium, I think, thallium. So I'm doing a heavy metals detox. What I'm using for that is Shilajit, which I had actually ordered this before I even knew that I needed to do a heavy metal detox. The reason I ordered this is because of the amount of minerals that it contains. And I wanted to give it a go. I'm always looking for something that is going to help with my neurodivergent brain, since I don't take ADHD meds. And honestly, the more I learn, the more I'm convinced I don't think I have actually ADHD. I think I just have trauma brain, which, I mean, you know. But still, there's parts of that I love, because it kind of does make me a little bit superhuman when it comes to being able to think outside the box and manage multiple projects at once. But anywho's, so Shilajit, if you don't know about it, do a little bit of research. These are the drops, dry drops. They're little tablets. I've had the kids taking them too. I think next time I might actually get the like resin, and then you like put it in water and it dilutes in water. But this time we're taking the tablets, and then next time I'll get that, and I'll see if I can tell any kind of difference. So mold showed up, and then parasites. So parasites, you know, it's crazy. Parasites, so it would show up on here if you had like bed bug bites. Ugh. If you had crabs. Oh, I didn't see all those other, I mean, I don't have those, but it would show up on here if you did. I don't know how to pronounce these other ones that showed up for me, but so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, yeah, 6 parasites, no viruses, thank God. So it'll show up on here if you've ever had herpes, just so you know. If you've ever had the flu, it'll show up on there. I have literally never had the flu. How is that possible? I don't know. And she said that it was remarkable that I don't have any herpes strain, because most people my age have one in there, she said. So thank God for that too. Oh, and the Epstein-Barr virus, the EBV, I've heard a lot about that lately. And that really intrigued me because Epstein, you know? Anyways, I'm gonna do a little bit of research on all these things. Long story short, gives you a heck of a game plan, a very strategic game plan on how to go about it all on your own. Oh, for the Parasite, Paragard. I'm using Paragard, these drops. This is all natural. So what's in it is walnut, wormwood, clove bud, and pumpkin seed. Also, there is extracts of fennel seed, marshmallow root, black walnut, slippery elm bark, garlic bulb, oregano leaf oil, and peppermint leaf oil. So they taste like straight up essential oils. But I'm doing the aggressive dosing. You can give this to kids. You can. I'm doing the intensive support for adults. So the intensive support for adults is 30 drops 4 times a day for 30 days. I started this 2 days ago. So today is my 3rd day. And it's best if you can like do it on an empty stomach, but I mean, how 4 times a day on an empty stomach. So just do your best. But I try to do it especially first thing when I wake up and when I go to bed. And then doing it 2 times throughout the day as well. So, and then of course I'm still taking my elderberry fire cider, and I have got to switch to taking the gummy form of those, so that way I'm getting the collagen, gelatin. I've got to take a aggressive dose of collagen daily. For whatever reason, my collagen is low in my body, which is, you know, what has led to multiple knee surgeries, a back surgery, and what my latest MRI results show is probably another back surgery would be called for, but I refuse. So I'm also going to have a healing plan for that, where I hope to collaborate with a yoga studio soon that reached out to me, as well as the chiropractor I plan to collaborate with, and then also still working with Miss Dori Abbott. So again, Dori Abbott, she is located in Jinx. Her address is 715 West Main Street. It's like a, it's in that like it's like a whole business suite. She's in Suite K, but she is a holistic health practitioner. Her phone number is 918-299-2658. And her cell phone is 918-908-9097. And remember, give her the code Okie Skies whenever you're booking your first appointment. You'll get $25 off. Such a sweet, sweet soul. I am going to post a picture of us and all of her contact info in this post. And you will not regret going and getting all this information about yourself, and getting a game plan lined out to just take back control of your health and knowing what is really going on in your body, and stop getting all the runaround and being overwhelmed and just not knowing where to start or getting any real answers. So if you guys want any more information, I know this is like a lot of information, and also it is a whole, you know, new, it's so new that it can still seem overwhelming, even though I barely tapped into it and I try to be informative. But if you guys want me to give more info, I could even like do a live and just answer questions. Let me know, and I'll get that scheduled, and I will go live and answer questions or do whatever would work best. But I cannot wait to continue on this journey and just see where we're at in even the next few months. So I will talk to you guys soon.